Welcome back, everybody, to Warbox World Domination. We have been playing other games for quite some time, and now that I have finished those games, namely Pokemon, Infinite Fusion, and Holocure, it is time to go back to our usual programming. Now here is the map of Fortnite Battle Royale, rendered entirely within Warbox, not by me, of course, by another creator. I will have his name in the description. His or her, I don't know. But yes, here is the map. Now, of course, I have to explain to those who are new to my channel, new to the series, what is Warbox World Domination. Now you see, here are the kingdoms of Warbox. I put them down, and of course, they set up their kingdoms. Usually, the kingdom we just expand further and further. I let the kingdom expand until there are no longer any sort of free land, non-colonized land left on the map. And I left all the culture that hold any sort of territories to develop to the maximum level. As we start, I will activate diplomacy random events. This will allow the kingdom to declare war against each other, as you can see here. In the end, there should only be one kingdom surviving. One kingdom to rule the world. That will be our world dominator, the winner of the day. Alright. Since we have quite a lot of kingdoms, let's allow the kingdom to sort themselves out in the early stage of the game. Let's put it on ×5. You can already see here a huge war has already been waged between the orc and the dwarf. The orc empire of us is certainly the largest in terms of orc kingdoms, and the dwarfs, well, because it's the mountain, and Tatao is a big contender. However, it seems that the orcish kingdoms, well, the orcish kingdom are in battle with each other, and it seems that Tagarid has completely annexed another kingdom. Tatal, however, is slowly regaining back some of their lost territory in the western side of the continent here, separated by this river. Now, can the... oh my god, the island... Who is doing this? Gorm Edstu Mountain seems to be the culprit here. Seems that the island kingdom has been completely rendered unlivable. Tagarid slowly dwindle, and not exactly slowly. They are brutally being beaten. No chance for us to annex that region. That certainly will weaken the total strength of the orcs. Let's see if the kingdom of Tatao can drive the orc from the main continent. There's only one bridge over here to connect between the continent, the northwestern side, and the middle side over here. Here we can see that the orcish squad is currently trying to clean up this area from orcish buildings. The humans have also been seen getting attacked as they are crossing the river. Well, wow, look at this amount of ship these Orcish ships, they have been stranded here as there are no longer any island for them. The dwarf from Gorn Esdu Mountain have successfully taken that peninsula and of course the neighboring island. As we zoom out of the zone here, we can see that it seems that the elves have completely choked out their brethren, Green Ifhehil. Green Sod is currently the dominant elven kingdom. The humans somehow, I think I don't know if they have like, you know, multiple kingdom before, but Realm of the Chopkew seems to be the only single kingdom left for the human. And currently they are at war against the dwarfs. Almost say orcs there. Usually the human are at war with orcs, but this time it's the dwarfs. Seems that this squad here is trying to cross this choke point, this bridge. Meanwhile, as we speak, the orcs are still under attack. The dwarf are trying to expand their influence from the peninsula. The dwarven borderland is currently under attack from a human squad. And it seems that they are not facing any sort of resistance. Green Ifehil somehow still survives despite the current conflict with Green Sod. Of course, who could have forgotten the kingdom Tathal, whose territory has now been completely shrunken down to a northern territory. One single area is what I'm trying to say, but the word escaped my tongue. Well, what we can see here, several... Ooh, Realm of the Chopkew under attack here. Perhaps from the orcs. Yes, indeed. Sorry if the music is a little bit too loud. I'll lower it down a little bit. Wow. The king of the orc, Tope, is currently taking a lot of attacks, and yep, he is still trucking in. He is going in here and he is basically soloing the entirety of the human kingdom. I'm not sure how that happens. He's about to die though, and he is. At the same time, Kingdom Green Ifehil have also been annexed by the Green Sod Kingdom. Now, aside from the dwarf, it seems that every other kingdom only have one representative left. The orcs still are quite strong, so I do think that they can have the advantage here against the more populous human. The human are trying to counterattack, but most of the battle is still happening on the human territory. Seems that the human are not doing so well against the orcish archer squad, which is kind of strange because usually they don't use an archer squad. Or at least the archer squad are not as effective. But it seems that the human have suffered from quite a long war against the dwarfs, and now their forces are running thin. All of this northern village have already been kind of destroyed by the orcs. There's a raiding party of the orcs standing in. Now in the central area here, the human are attacking this dwarven province. Well, there are two provinces here, but let's count it as one single island. Where's the battle happening now? It's elves. And who are they attacking? It seems that Gorn Estum Mountain is the attackers this time. Here we can see several dwarven soldiers destroying the buildings built by the elves. They're chasing around this little elven kiddo and brutalize them. Not exactly an image friendly to most people. Fortunately though for us, we only see it in a very cartoonish way. Well, it seems that for me, the orcs are taking an advantage here, despite the current raid into their capital. Oh, it seems that the raid conducted here is actually conducted by the dwarf from Gorn Estum Mountain. Clearly, they have no intention to stop. They have completely sacked the central business area. I mean, the civilians are trying to take back, to fight back against the invaders, but they are failing miserably. Should the orc not respond to this, they might have a very big trouble on their hand. Here we go, the orcish army has responded. Quite late. But late is better than never. Alright, so that gotta put an end on the dwarven assault. But things is not that simple, as they have drawn all of the troops back into the north. The southern front is now in danger. It is exposed to the human. That guy was trying to destroy that artillery position, but he got blown to bits. Gorn Estum Mountain seems to have taken a lot of damage here from the human, as the central area of the map, the central island, has been destroyed in a very spectacular way. I don't know how. Several Peace Treaty has been signed. The dwarf currently still hold a little bit of land here, separated by a mountain range, very well defended, so the human is gonna be a little bit slow when it comes to destroying this village, as expected. Meanwhile, between the human and the orc are regaining that advantage. They are regrouping over here. Meanwhile, the human are trying to rebuild some of their further north areas and reinforce it with a lot of troops. If, however, the orc managed to get in, this is the single corridor that will allow the orc to march from north to south into the populous location of the human kingdom. They have to pass by a very defensive, heavily defensive area with 2 watchtower and an artillery spot. 1 more watchtower over here, just for safekeeping. And and this very narrow location. The orc, however, does not seem to mind. They are trying to regroup. They might be waiting for some order, or maybe they're just resting to heal themselves back. Meanwhile, in the orcish homeland, the human have started to make a counterattack. The human army is currently advancing up north into the populous location of the city of Zoda. Not Yoda. It would be a different name. The civilians are not faring so well. Oh, never mind. It seems that the orc have completely destroyed this village, and now they are free to engage the invading human back at their home. And the invasion forces had been cleaned up very quickly by the orcs, despite their current situation. Now, the human are trying to defend. It seems that the orc have started to breach into the corridor here, completely bypassing. Oh wait, no, they have destroyed both of this defensive position. Ah, the orc failed. The orc have failed in their attempt to breach the corridor, the canyon, and they have secured the peace treaty as a way to regroup and rebuild their forces. Of course, the orc aren't exactly done, but for now they are simply waiting. Tatao is currently trying to annex Gorn Esdam Mountain in perhaps a Uno reverse card kind of situation. Tatao used to be much larger than this, and if they can actually gain the Gorn Esdam Mountain capital thanks to annexation, they might be able to return to the playing field. However, the progress of the annexation is still sitting at 5%, which means there's not going to be much happening. Let's look over to the elves, seems that they are quite peaceful at least. And of course, in terms of population, the elves are currently at the top of the food chain here. Gorn Esdam Mountain still suffering from several attacks. Kingdom Us have declared war on Tatao yet again, just in time for Tatao to, get very strong, thanks to the annexation of the capital of Giagoril. Now Gorn Esdam Mountain has to retreat to this island. Despite the declaration of war, I have yet to see any sort of major combat happening, except for the fact that Gorn Esdam Mountain is suffering from another attack by Tatao. The king has been officially removed. Kogpo still sitting under 5% still. Perhaps there's gonna be they're gonna need a lot more troops to annex this location, as the province is kind of huge. However, it seems that something else has taken their interest. The orcs seems to be pouring over here to the river and trying to attack the ship carrying dwarven troops. Now that does not go so well, as the ship survives the trip. The ship survives the trip and it's attacking. It has, deployed the military of the dwarf to attack the border village of Okas and completely destroy it. Pegagos is currently the next target. Dwarven forces, however, Orcish forces, however, is, I'm not sure what they're doing over here. Could they be attacking the human? No. Not exactly. I have no idea what they are doing over there. Kogpo still belongs to Tatao now. And the only city left for the kingdom, well, two. The only two cities left for the Gorn Esdam Mountain is Dunhor, which is under attack from the human, and Bodum, which is under construction. Let's get back to Pegagos, which is under attack from Tatao. The native orc are trying to expel the dwarven from the area. Green Sod has also declared war on Gornistan Mountain. It seems that they are quite afraid of that Tatao expansion. Justified, as Tatao does indeed trying to expand, and their population have increased very much from just a few years ago. Now we can see here the Kingdom of Tatao, and who is the other kingdom? Can't seem to find. Well, based on the color, it's probably Green Sod, but it could also be us. Yep, it's us. Us troops have shown up on the shore of the Dwarf Kingdom. And they're pretty tough. Like, this single guy, Desktop, has been taking quite a lot of hits, and now he's dead. Now, as you can see, the rivers here crisscross and, of course, flows across the continent. It means that naval tactics can work as sort of like a backdoor into this less accessible location, like the islands and such. Gornistan Mountain have fallen to only 8 people left. I have no idea where these 8 people are, but that might as well spell the doom of the kingdom. It seems that their king has been spotted here in the mainland of the controlled by the human. This could be the last hurrah for the king, as he is participating in battle. Not exactly worried about his well-being. Green Sod still currently fighting 3 other kingdoms: Tatao, Gornistan Mountain, and Realm of the Chopkyu. Tatao seems to not be taking the defensive too, seriously here, as a village on the mainland has been attacked and effectively wiped out. Oborim is the name. That is also the capital city as well. So the dwarves are not doing so good. Soldier from the Orc Kingdom is they're only facing mild resistance from the people here. I say mild, it's more like, stick and stone, and it's not many people are participating. Simply, the militia are not very well equipped, and it has left a lot of holes in the territories of the dwarves. Southern area, it seems that the dwarf is currently trying to expel the invaders. Yet it is way too late. They have already lost the capital. And now they will have to rebuild, but since they're still at war against 2 other kingdoms, they are not gonna have it. They're not gonna have any chance to breathe here. The orcs are already pouring in from the bridge. Seems that they have picked this central island as the landing spot for the operation, and trying to march into the general population area where most people lives. This farm here is probably gonna fall under heavy attack. They're trying to regroup, but yeah, doesn't look like the dwarves are responding very well to this situation. I don't think they have any troops left to spare. The king is currently under attack, which is not good, and he's dead. Now, for some reason, Gorn Esdam Mountain still have 4 people left. I'm not sure where these 4 people are, but they are going to artificially inflate the age of the kingdom. The Kingdom of Oz currently hosting about 1,000 people. The Kingdom of Greensod also hosting around 1,100 people. Could these be the 2 kingdoms that will survive to the end and duke it out? Who knows? Alright, seems that we have entered a phase of sort of meandering combat. Let's activate Sonic Speed. Well, that village got completely wiped out instantly. It seems that Realm of the Chopyu has taken interest in the central island of Gorn Esdam Mountain. Kingdom of Tatal is in tatters, really. The only city left intact is... what is the name here? Doom Aurorial. Most of the other city have either fallen or has been in a state of disrepair. Doesn't help that the elves are also attacking from the southern area, smothering the last city of the dwarves. Well, the dwarf have secured peace treaty with all the other kingdoms, so they might have a chance to rebuild. The other dwarf kingdom has been eliminated. Realm of the Chopyu still existing, although albeit at a very difficult spot. They are surrounded by hostile kingdom, mostly. Well, not really hostile at the moment, but you know, very huge and quite possibly a threat. However, the 2 current superpowers, the Kingdom of Greensod for the elf and Oz for the orc, are attacking each other. It might open sort of a chance for the other kingdom to persist, to you know, rebuild and later on participate. These 2 are firing from village. It seems that the elves are much more proficient with their bow. They can shoot further, and of course with more accuracy. Greensod has repelled the beginning of the invasion, but could they survive for more? As that is not going to be the last time the orc is going to be invading Greensod. Elven troops have been spotted here in the northern border between Tatal and the Kingdom of Oz. Seems that they are trying to remove the orc from the eastern continent where Tatal reside. I don't know if this is gonna benefit Tatal, or this is gonna benefit Greensod. Perhaps if Tatal is fast and opportunistic, they might be able to snatch away a village. Let's put on Sonic Speed here. Seen quite a battle over here. What is happening? Ah, it seems that the troops on both sides are trying to shoot across the river. Now, despite the successful campaign and defensive Green Sun is not doing so good. Its homeland is currently under very heavily ruined. It has reduced their population by almost half. Meanwhile, Ash has doubled its population since last... Well, not doubled. Sorry. Ash is now currently double the population of Green Sun. Kingdom of Tatao seem to have entered in a war here, and it seems that they are the victim of the two superpower getting ripped apart, literally. This southern location is much closer to that of the Elven Kingdom, which is why it is completely destroyed by the elf. Meanwhile, in the western front, the orc will have to pass by several obstacles, such as the river or something else entirely. But they're still attacking Tatao nonetheless. The village here, an exclave of Tatao, has also been destroyed. Quite a shame. Realm of Chokyu have yet to be destroyed, but they are not at the best position, however. Let's put our sonic speed back up. Oh man, the human are being attacked here from the orc. Well, not exactly what the human needed right now. They are currently not doing so well. Tatao or Tatao will probably be destroyed here. Population has fallen down to 10. And the territory cannot hold without an army to protect it. Realm of the Chokyu also under heavy attack. See, there's an orc is going on for a rampage here. They are damn, they are not showing any mercy. Realm of the Chokyu has been cut off into two halves. And of course the island here in the middle. Tatao has been completely eradicated just in a flash. It seems that Realm of the Chokyu will probably meet the same fate. Population side has shrunken down to 89, and most of the people are over here on this island. But the orc have already smelled them out, sniffed them out. They are trying to breach the defensive of the island. Activate sonic speed once again. Now, as I predicted, the human are meeting some very strong looking, very strengthy, no. Very strong orcs, basically, right? And they secured peace treaty for the human. Not exactly something that would help them, but the human aren't exactly in the mood to like get back up on their feet here. They are thoroughly destroyed. They will need to rebuild what is lost first. Meanwhile, Rinsat and Ad is still having some major conflict happening. This northern area here has fallen. No longer in control of us. See that the human have made peace with the elves. Of course, no, without an army, they aren't gonna be able to wage any war. Since these troops are human. No, they're elves. Well, the elves are attacking the human, I mean not the human, the orcs pretty heavily here, within their homeland as well. So I'm not gonna be too surprised if the elves manage to secure some sort of victory. Remember, the Chopkews does not seem to be increasing in population very much, and they are being attacked by both of the super kingdom, superpower. Since the orc have learned from the last mistake leaving the capital, well, I don't know if they have learned anything, but you know, they are not gonna allow the capital to be raided so easily. Remember, the Chokyu still have some battle. Never mind. Now the problem is, can Realm of the Chopkew rebuild themselves? And fast, before they get attacked by another kingdom. Southern territory from us is currently under attack. Seems that this time the culprit is the elves, as the human cannot muster enough of an invasion force. At least within this condition. Greensat, however, has been quite thoroughly depopulated here, sitting at around 2070. I mean, no, it's 270. Sorry, 290 as of right now. So the population is currently bouncing back a little bit, but it's not great. Not as much better than the Chopkew, which has basically been rebuilt from entirely garbage, or you know, ashes and dust. Alright, back again with another war between the orc and the elves. And this time the elves does not have the population advantage. The Elven Kingdom of Greensat, secured a very hasty treaty for peace so that they can rebuild themselves. Although it will take quite some time to get back to the level, to the pre-war level. Alright, the orc have switched their interest back into the human. So yeah, good luck. Well, it seems that the human are kind of successful. They've already destroyed a village from the orc. Meanwhile, orcish troops over here still kind of like wandering about, not doing much of anything. In the south though, several squads have been seen raiding and burning villages on the island here, and the island has been depopulated. Realms of Chopkyu capital is under siege. Down to the last 10 people. Can Realm of Chopkyu survives? Seems as those 10 have basically fled and they died. Kingdom Arts now only have one more opponent, Green Sod, to set their eyes upon. Without Green Sod, they shall become the winner. Green Sod looking pretty sad now, with only 80 something people left. Only few buildings left standing. Man, it seems that Green Sod is just not gonna have any break, and they were destroyed. Well, pretty quickly by us as well. Well, we weren't exactly playing with a huge map here. It seems that us has taken advantage of their kind of sheer size here. Technically, they could have done this much earlier if they were to annex the surrounding Orcish kingdom, but those were handily destroyed by the dwarf. I don't know if that is a good move from the dwarf. He could have, you know, secured this location for himself, denying the orc of expansion, but the orc wins out anyway, even when they were attacked by multiple kingdoms at once. There were some times though where the orc population shrunken down onto one single little city here and another province kind of close by, but now it has become a giant empire spanning across the entire continent. Anyway, so that is gonna be it for my you know, video. Hope you guys enjoy this episode of Warpok World Domination. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Sorry about that, I messed up. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.